Yeah, my name is Surender Kakkar. I am official delegate from India, and I work for Confederation of Indian Industries, and which is representing WorldSkills India. You know, in India, as you may know, that we are 1,200 million strong people, and more than 50% of the people are less than 25 years of age. So we have a huge workforce back in India, and we need to skill them, and we need to skill them to the world-class levels. From that perspective, when we come to the WorldSkills International competition, so what we are looking for is first the benchmarking. We want to know what are the skill standards outside India, and then what are the best practices, so that we can learn from there, come back and see that how we can improve the skills of our people. And also I have seen, you know, the performance of the competitors in the WorldSkills competition has a very strong correlation with the quality of the vocational training system which they have installed in their countries. So there's a lot of learning that if the countries who are coming out with the champions, what sort of a vocational training system they have got, and what's that which we can learn, because we are going to revamp our own vocational training system back in India. So I think there's a huge learning for us from this fall. WorldSkills International, you know, we first time we went to the Helsinki in 2005, and this is from some of our industry friends we came to know. And we first visit we made it to the Helsinki, and then we went to the WorldSkills Australia competition, and then in the year 2007 we became the WorldSkills International's the member. And we also invited the executive board to hold a meeting in Bangalore in January 2007. So all these things were the ones which connected us with the WorldSkills International. Well, if you talk of my impression, I will put it in 5 S. The first S is the scale. I was greatly impressed by the scale at which the competition is held. The second is about the standards, very high standards, which are there in conducting the competition, and the standards of the projects to which the competitors are challenged. The third, as I would talk about, is the spirit of excellence, spirit to compete and excel. I think that was the third thing which impressed me. And fourth thing, I would say, it is a big stage for all the stakeholders to engage. We saw there from the government representatives, from the political parties. We saw it from people come from industry, the schools, the parents, the young kids. You can see in one WorldSkills competition forum, everybody coming over there from more than 50 countries. So I think it's a great stage where the stakeholders get engaged. They can network with each other, they can learn from each other and make the bondings. I think that was my fourth S impression. And fifth is, I would say, the scope for synergy, because through this networking and with the various members, one can learn and improve further. And that's where you establish contacts. I think these were the 5 S which really impressed me when I went to the WorldSkills competition in Tokyo. Well, I want to make a difference to the world vocational training system back in my country. I want to see that how we can learn from the world, bring the best practices or the next practices and the appropriate practices to see that the young people in India, how they raise their skill standards. And if I can make a contribution to that, it will be a big service not only to my country, but I think nowadays it's because we are talking of a global village, it will be also having the skilled people for the rest of the world. I think whatever the objectives I have set earlier, that is where all the WorldSkills International can help us. So one thing is how to act as a facilitator or enabler to establish the relationships between the various members. Already we have seen this happening with Korea, India and WorldSkills International. We have come together. We are also in touch with Brazil, both Korea and Brazil being doing very well in the competition there. So it's one thing is about the enabling that networking part. I think that's the most important contribution it can do. And the third thing, next thing we are talking about is we are developing some e-learning modules along with WorldSkills International and the Korea. I think initiatives like this, where with WorldSkills International, we can collaborate, and with India, WorldSkills International and other members, to see that how we can help not only the one individual member country, but to the larger community of the countries in the world. I think that's where they have a role to play. I would say that we have a lot of expectations and back in our country to learn from this. And also, we also come with a lot of desire to contribute, to see that how we can, with our experience in India, we can make our contribution to promoting the skills at the world stage. I would like to say here that, India is perhaps, we have a very unique distinction where we have a National Skills Day. The 17th September is every year is observed as a National Skills Day, which we call as a Vishwakarma Divas. And this is being observed in India for a very, very long time. And it has even a connection with our culture, deep-rooted in our culture. And it has to do with we have a Lord Vishwakarma, is like a god of skills. And on this particular day, all the workers, they pay special respect to their work, their tools, their machinery, and their skills. I think this is something very unique. And I would like to see that we should all work together to see that we have a World Skills Respect Day where the whole world comes together and focuses on the importance of the skills, pay respect to the skills, reaffirm the pride in the skills, and then see that how more and more young people can take this career and raise their skill levels. I think that's where we need to work together.